Evening, people. How are we all doing tonight? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Dark Smoker. Tonight I'm bringing you Next Gen Racing's team versus team event. So we've got 4 different sim racing groups. We've got Next Gen Racing, we've got Mature Racing Club, we've got Sim FX, and we've got P1 RC or P1 Race Community. So they're all involved. It is a GR3 class event. This is round 2, as I say. We're live from Trail Seaside. This is a 15-minute quali, and then we're into 2 races tonight. So the first race is of 11 laps, and I think the second race is about 30 laps. Let me put up some data on that. Quick shout out to the sponsors. So it is sponsored by Team Oliver Racing. So that's Carmichael and Jean-Paul, I believe the names are. I'm joking. It's Martin and Stuart. Sorry, Tony, whoever you were, not calling you out. So we have got 15-minute quali. Let me, what have I done with that now? I've done it again. Put my pad down and lost it. So let's jump on track. Bottom and Pot are on board with currently. Let's stick the usual gubbins on for you lot. So Bottom and Pot, first one out on track. It's an out lap, so might be one of the quickest. So who have we got in the room tonight? We've got Potter McPot, we've got MRC Buddy, he's in the Ford. That's a brave choice. It's a monstrous looking car though. MRC Bobby, so Potter McPot's coming in the pits then. Bobby's in the M6, Susan's also BMW M6, Potter McPot in the Z4, Martin in the BMW, the Mercedes SLS. Potter we've just spoken about, another BMW, could be the M4 actually. Audi there from Pav. Sorry, I was missing people's names. Chrissy Raz. So she's in the BMW. There is 2 lobbies open tonight. Oh, look at that great big sticker on the front of Pav's car. Look at that. Oh, just that one. We have got 2 lobbies open tonight. This is the Pro lobby you're watching. We have got the Pro-Am lobby as well. That is open and live right now on Adey Gee's channel. So if you fancy watching some Pro-Ams, nip over there for a few minutes, give them a like, give them a subscribe, say hello, and then come back here. That's all I'm saying. So Pav in the Audi. Let's keep going through. So we've got GT Denny B and the Mercedes driver. TNR Philo BMW. We've got Louis in a Jag. Dangly Ball, he's also in an Audi. Diablo in an Audi as well. So just 12 drivers on track currently. Burnt Fry, evening mate, how you doing? And Reg GT, evening as well, in the house. It's all good, my friend, it's all good. Yep, this is qualifying, Burnt Fry. So first few hot laps coming in. Pav currently holding top spot with 136.2. Zim's not far off him at all. 136.3. 137.303. MRC Buddy on 137. 3/4 of a second back for 3rd place. Marty VR 137.3 for him. Mr. MRC Dangly Ball with a 137.5. Chrissy Raz 137.6. GT Deli B 137.7. So Diablo just clipping that curve. We will go on board for a lap with one of these drivers. 137.8. Louis putting in a 137.9. Potter and Pot. Slow ones from Potter currently. TNR Fido 41. But, he's putting in purple sectors though, as Philo. MRC Bobby also in a BMW. Currently 142.9 for his fastest. It's this man here. You've got the courtesy of thank him for the intro video with all you guys racing round. So make sure you give MRC Bobby some props. Susan's now, he's gone fastest, 136.2. Only just quicker than Pav though. Let's see what Pav's got. He comes around this last corner. TNR Philo's gone quicker though. I'll stick with Pav for 2 seconds. Oh, he's coming in the pits. So what's Philo put in? 135.6. So this guy won last season. Had a really good season. Did TNR Philo. Sometimes coming in on over the place. MRC Dangly Ball then up into second position on the grid. 136.0. Pushes Zuzim's and everyone else down a bit. Zuzim's still out on track though. Slightly more racing softs. Pull up all the gubbins for this one. Let you all know fuel, tyres, etc. And remember how to get to there. Dory, evening mate, how you doing? Let me just scroll through this. So we're only allowed to pick a certain a few cars. I say few, there's probably about 18, maybe 20 cars they're allowed to choose from for this one. Not allowed to drive the same car as last season either. Scrolling through. So it's a 2-race event tonight, as I say, 15-minute quali, and then we are into 2 races. First race, how long is that? Let me get that right. 11 laps for race 1, and then 19 laps for race 2. So they're not allowed to come in the pits as early as they think. They're not allowed to come in the pits till lap 11. So race 1. MRC Buddy then just coming in the pits, changes tyres. Race 1, they start with, it's got heavy damage on this one, so any damage they incur will have to be repaired in the pits unless they fancy travelling around with it. But it's going to be detrimental to their lap time, so it depends how bad it is really. So damage on heavy, tyre wear is on ×5 and fuel depletion is on ×3. They do start with a full tank of gas in race 1. Racing softs and racing hards. That's about it for that one. It's very similar setup to in race 2. They do start with only 70 litres of fuel, so there will be pit stops in race 2 for sure. So 8 minutes into quali, 8.5 minutes into quali. It's just Bobby holding lots of damage there, as you can see, is in the bottom left-hand corner, front end damage. He's holding drivetrain damage as well. So his car not running it as quickly as it should be, so he'll have to come in the pits to get that repaired if he's going to try and increase his position on the grid. TNR Philo in the pits currently just come out. So let's have a quick run through then. Philo then, BMW driver, 135.6. MRC Dangly Ball in the Audi, 136.0 for him. P2 on the grid currently. Zuzim's always a bit of pink and purple on his car. 136.2, third place for Zuzim's in the BMW. Pav 46, another Audi driver. 36.2, fourth place, just as he comes out of the pits. MRC Buddy doing everything he can to keep that forward in a straight line. 5th place for him currently on a 136. All the 6s there. So could be the reason he's driving off track. He's also got a nice sticker down the side of his car. sound good, that Ford. Potter McPot currently in 6th. 137.3 for Potter. Marty VR 137.3 in 7th. Mercedes driver. It's also a nice sounding car, is that Mercedes. MRC Bobby. He's obviously been in the pits, had that repaired. 137.4 for him. Diablo 9th, 137.6. So on that lap 5 then, just now. So this guy does get up at the crack of dawn to race with us. As you can see with the Australian flag, he does actually live in Australia. Chrissy Raz, 10th place currently. She's just thrown herself up into 5th though. That's a 136.4 for Chrissy Raz. Danish driver. So let's flick back through to where we were. So MRC Bobby, we've spoken about Diablo. GT Delhi B then 11th, 137.7 for GT Delhi B. He's also in a Mercedes, but he's in the earlier year Mercedes. This is an 11 plate. Whereas the other Mercedes you've seen rolling around is a 16 plate. Not that one, because that's a Jaguar. That's Louis 78. Currently sitting at the back of the pack, 137.7. I'm alright, Burnt Fry. Sorry, mate. I'm not keeping up with the chat. I should be. In fact, let me try something here. That might work. Shaboom. Yeah. That's alright. So nobody able to get close to Philo at the minute. He's still half a second in front of anyone else on track. Say last season's winner. Very consistent driver. Driving the Nissan Skyline. I'll get back to you on that. Right, so let me run through points as well from last week. If I can find those. That's where they are. 1,500 million messages ago, because that's how mental this group ends up being. So current standings after round 1 last week. We have TNR Philo leading the pack. So he's on 44 points. Second place Aaron Zuzims. Where's he gone? 4th place currently, so 2nd place in the championship as it stands after round 1. Potter McPot, who's currently in 8th. He's in 3rd place. MRC Bobby, who's in 10th at the minute, he's in 4th place. VLX Chewy, no sign of VLX Chewy tonight. Don't know, not seen anything. Chewy not racing, he might turn up. I don't know if it's actual official quali, so I don't think he can join now. GT Delhi B is sitting in 6th position, and he's sitting on 22 points. Got Chrissy Raz. Where's Chrissy Raz gone? She is in 5th. Currently is in 5th. She is sitting in 7th place on this in this championship. So we've got Marty VR. He's in 8th position. Then we've got Diablo in 9th. Louis in 10th. Pav in 11th. MRC Buddy 12th. Burnt Fry in 13th. And Dangly Ball in 14th. I can't run you through stats. I've got for the Pro-Ams as well. If I can just find those again. So currently leading the Pro-Ams. Only run through the first top 5. We've got Jambu leading it. We've got Joe Winner in 2nd. NGR Robinson third. Wurzel fourth. Sleepless Nights fifth. Cutlers in sixth. CJW Racing in seventh. Let me do the top 10 then. NGR Danzo in eighth. NGR E30 in ninth. He was one of the drivers in this league last season. And Sean 164 currently in 10th. Sack it, let's do the last of them. There's only 5. Mad Marshall in 11th. Graham Reeds in 12th. Pilgrim Paddy 13th. Big Les Cunt 14th. Spider Team 1 in 15th. That's Pro-Am standings. So we are over the qualifying time. Zuzims has snuck in with him with a 1:35.5, putting himself in P1. This guy is quick. He is quick. TNR Philo then second position, 1:35.6. Pav in third. Dandy Ball in fourth. Chrissy Raz fifth. GT Deli B sixth. MRC Buddy seventh. Potter McPot eighth. Diablo 9th, Marty VR 10th, MRC Bobby 11th, and Louis 78 in 12th. Sneak him on there by Zuzims at the end. He's ran himself low of fuel. It looks like he'd come in a couple of laps ago, maybe a lap ago for fresh tyres. He does like to do that, does Zuzims, even in a race. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. You could try and message Potter and see if he'll pause it and restart the race and just set the grid order according to, you know, get on the chat, get on the chat, get on the chat. Bert Fry, I'm talking to you, by the way. Philo, he's got chucked a sneaky one, so he obviously got over the line before the counter ticked over, so this lap does count. So he's put in a storm of 1:35.0, half a second quicker than Zuzims. Oh. What? Glitchatronic. So we're into race 1 now. This is 11 laps. We have just run through the grid order. Philo sneaking in, even sneakier than Zuzims, who was sneaky himself. So the pair of them out sneaking each other. Second. So we didn't go on board for a lap, did we? But we will at some point. So the lights are on, revs are up. TNR Philo's going to lead us away. They're off. It's not a great start by Zuzims, bit of wheel spin. That's left him sitting in the dust. So TNR Philo then leads them through. Pav's taken Zuzims already before T2. Zuzims might lose a place or two here. No, he's managed to keep into third position. Dangly Ball in fourth. Potts had a storm, he's up into fifth off the line. VR 6, Chrissy Raz. Oh, I didn't know if Chrissy Raz got contact there, but a little bit of an incident. Not sure if she just got on the power or hit the curb or the grass there. I was trying to look at the guys in front and just saw her spinning out in the background. Unfortunately now at the back of the pack. It is quite a short race, as I say, 11 laps. TNR Philo then currently leading us round. Someone's got a second over Pav in second. Firing down the hill then. So it is basically a great big triangle, this track, 3 hairpins almost, and varying difficulties of chicane. This one being the trickiest. It's commonly known as the Chicane of Death. Easy to get it wrong on the way out, either of the corners of that chicane. You can clip the second wall, which can fire you out into the third wall, or just clip the second wall and stop dead. Just no good. TNR Philo leads us around then on lap 1. He's lost a bit of ground to Pav 46, so there is a success ballast in this season as well. So the top 3 drivers of this race do pick up extra weight for race 2. That weight is maybe Burn Fry will tell me. Zuzims all over the back of Pav now. TNR Philo not able to disappear down the road like he has been able to in some of these races. He's got that gap back up to a second though. Dangly Ball's closing in as well. Potsdam Pot still holding that 5th position. Top 5 then breaking away a little bit from the guys behind. MRT VR in 6th. He's got a bit of a gap also behind to MRC Buddy. Being hounded by GT Adey Gee as they come over the hill. GT Adey Gee's just took his nose in. Buddy's having to go defensive. Just shows his nose again. And now he's coming under pressure from Diablo behind. And again, there's quite a big old gap back to Louis 78 in 10th. 22 seconds back to MRC Bobby. Not holding any damage. Gr3, unfortunately, still sitting at the back of the pack, not managing to claw away back into this one at the minute. He's only lap 2 though. So back up to the front. Let's go on board with get MRC Bobby. He's about closest to starting a lap. So he comes across the line then. We will just do a quick lap on board with MRC Bobby. So across the line, down this one of the longest straights in the game, around this little kink to the right, hard on the brakes just at the start of that curb, down into second. What both of these apexes, careful not to run it out wide, easily done. Stick a wheel on the grass, as I say, that might have been what happened to Gr3 on lap 1, not too sure. Full power around this right hand kink, hard on the brakes for this almost hairpin. Back on the power again into the second of the chicanes. This one's nice and open and sweeping. Drop it to 4th and let it roll through. Bobby's kept it in 5th, okay. He's driving BMW, might be slightly different gearing to anything I've driven around there. So up and over the hill down towards the second of the hairpins. Hard on the brakes, about 125 metres. Over the curb, good apex there. Bob back on the power towards what is commonly known as Chicane of Death. So the way in's not too bad. Keep the power on. It's the way out here that could be tricky. Bobby keeping it clean, almost. Just about kept it clean through there, Bob. No contact, but just losing the back end and then full power again. Braking just at the start of that curve as well. Cutting the inside apex, back on the power early, hitting the outside apex onto the start-finish straight again. So a good demonstration of a lap there by MRC Bobby. We'll jump back to the action. See what's going on up front. TNR Philo then, he has made a bit of a break, 3.7 seconds up the road from the fight behind. That's Zeus, who's in second. He's also made a break from Potsdam Pot, who's moved himself to 3rd position. Pav's had a bit of a moment. Yes, he's got rear end damage. So losing a couple of positions, now coming under pressure from Marty VR in 6th as well. So Susan's then 2nd position. Is he going to be able to close the gap on TNR Philo in front? Both driving the same car. See Philo just disappearing around that last turn there. Pot for company, so he's managed to get past Potsdam Pot then. And now he's got Potsdam Pot pushing him down the track almost. Is he going to make a move into this first chicane? He doesn't. He lets Dangly Ball keep that one. And Dangly Ball loses the back end, just allows Potter to slip down the inside there at that first chicane. Taking 3rd place back off of Dangly Ball there. Can be a tricky car to drive. Not doing bad, he's holding 4th currently. RTVR up into 5th as well. He's managed to get past MRC Buddy in the Ford. You've seen that thing try and kill him once or twice in qualifying as well. GT Delhi B then up into 7th. Currently on lap 5 of this 11 lap race. Louis up into 8th. Oh, Pav's really struggling, so he's had to go in the pits, get that repaired. He's down in 9th currently. As I say, reverse grid for race 2, and the top 3 do hold some extra weight. Diablo in 10th, and currently MRC Bobby 11th. Chris Raz has closed the gap on MRC Bobby. He's closing him down pretty damn quickly as well. I said if you were listening, I didn't know if you were trying to contact Nev. Don't take it personally, Burn Fry. Just calm down, all right? Just saying, you know, you might have been on the phone contacting, you know, Potter trying to get involved with the race. That's all I'm saying. See if you can squeeze in race 2. Still on between Chrissy Raz and Bobby then. Both of them keeping it clean. Oh, Bobby's clipped the wall on the exit, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. So Chrissy Raz is going to have the advantage down here then. Bobby's gone defensive. MRC Buddy, GT Delhi B have come in the pits then. Chrissy Raz up into 11th, round of Bob. There's Bob holding damage due to that collision. A little bit of front end damage, as you can see. That's going to slow him down slightly. So back up to the front, TNR Philo extended 4.1 seconds over Zuzims in 2nd. Potter McPot we've just seen go past MRC Dangling Ball up into 3rd position. Naughty one from Potter, he was lucky to keep that in a straight line. Still holding 3rd position, he has got 4th position. Marty VR closing down pretty damn quick, and through that mistake, that gap, no, I think he's just managed to keep his foot in around this corner. 2 seconds between Potter and Marty VR. In 46 we saw him incur damage on the back end, so he came in the pits, obviously stuck a fresh set of tyres on, and he's now out probably to the end of the race, I would suspect. Currently holding 5th. Louis not been in the pits, also holding front end damage as well. 6th position for him. MRC Dangling Ball 7th. We saw him come in the pit, so I think that's why he's down a couple of positions. Diablo currently in 8th, so he is also pit as well. Just logo look. MRC Buddy still being handled by GT Delhi B. So Buddy's been in the pits, Delhi B's been in the pits, his battle's back on, and Diablo's not that far up the road either. So it's only a second. Oh, so MRC Buddy then. Let's say that Ford is a bit violent. Retreating nicely, otherwise it'll bite back. So he's under all sorts of pressure from GT Delhi B as well. That can't be helping him. Louis in 10th after his pit stop. Chrissy Raz still holding 11th. She's not pit yet. So in 11th, she might try and end possibly on that. I see Bobby still holding that front end damage down at the back of the pack. So back up to Philo up front, extending a little bit more, 4.4 seconds. Also not come in the pit. Philo managed, Zuzi's managed to extend over Potter as well, so now 8.7. Potter's going to struggle to close that gap back up. Pav in 4th then. So again, 7.2 seconds. I wasn't expecting quite so big gaps on this track, to be honest. Marty VR closing him down though, and Dangling Ball side by side as they head down this first straight. And this little king right, Marty VR is going to have the advantage into this turn, but if Dangling Ball's just going to run him around the outside. Marty VR might have given him a bit more aggro than that. Almost looked like he let him have it. He's not been dropped yet by Dangly Ball. No pun intended. So Diablo still holding 7th. MRC. So these boys have lost a bit of time to Diablo then. 2.8 seconds. So 1.8 seconds deficit they've made up in the last lap, probably through battling each other. GTK in line then. Will he get a good enough run down the hill here? Doesn't look like it's quite quick enough, that Mercedes against the Ford. So Louis still holding that 10th position. 7 seconds either side for him. On to lap 8 of 11, so not many laps left to try and make an impact. Gr3 only 6.8 back from Louis. She was a fair old chunk back, so she's made up a fair old amount of time. As I say, looks like she's not going to stop. Just run those racing softs to the end. See, not giving it full beans through the Chicane of Death due to the lack of grip. So see, Bobby looks like he's going to do the same, run to the end. He's out of the mediums anyway, so they will last longer. So obviously not as quick as the softs. Philo again, going to run to the end. To lap 9 of 11. Susan's losing a small amount more to Philo, 4.8 seconds that gap now, so losing about another half a second. Pot though, he's lost about 2.5 seconds to Susim's since we last came to check in. So he's also taking it out of those racing softs, looking to run to the end on those. So Path 46 is coming under some pressure from Dangly Ball. Marty VR still in the background as well, only a second back. He's also out on fresh rubber, so Path's tyres looking a little bit more worn than Dangly Ball's, both in the same car. Oh, but Dangly Ball's clipped the ball on the exit again. That's 2 drivers we've seen do that. That's what Bobby did earlier, so I think Dangly Ball, so he's got rear end damage. Must have flicked back into it. That's allowed Marty VR to close in on him. Get a good slipstream down this start-finish straight. Let's have a look. So yeah, closing the gap on MRC Dangly Ball, easily slipping by him down here. Dangly Ball be able to run it around the outside again. No, he doesn't. He relinquishes that place, allows Marty VR through. So Marty VR now has got to try and chase down Path 46 for that 4th position. So 1.9 seconds back. He's got this lap and one more to do it. He's closing the gap a little bit as well. Let's just run through a few lap times as well. TNR Philo has had quite an uneventful race really. Led from the start, was under a little bit of pressure. Sort of lap 1 or 2. Oh, but he's had a bit of a moment as well. So tyre wear. Oh, so he's holding engine damage, drivetrain damage, and front end damage. That's going to slow him down. Susim's then, you can see he's going to be able to take this 1st position quite easily off Philo. If Philo wants anything left of this fight, he's going to have to come in the pits, get that repaired. He's going to lose a lot of time in the pits as well though. So Potter McPot might even benefit from this as well. Possibly Pav. Pav's closing in on Potter. So Philo is back out of the pits, so he's repaired. He's decided not to take on tyres. He's out way in front of Potter McPot. 2.4 seconds then between Potter McPot and Pav. That gap slowly coming down. Marty VR not that far back either. So it is the final lap. Might still be some fights going on in this race. MRC Dangly Ball unfortunately he's out on his own now. No one to battle against. Diablo closing the gap slowly on Dangly Ball, so this might be another fight coming in. GT Deliby has got past MRC Buddy now. Already in 9, so it's kicking off at the end of this race. GT Deliby looking like he's going for a move on Diablo before the end of this race as well. Louis still 10th, all out on his own, unfortunately. Chrissy Raz not managing to close the gap on him. MRC Bobby, unfortunately, running with that damage has just cost him. So Zuzims then is going to take this one quite comfortably. He's benefited from Philo's incident coming out of Chicane of Death. Cost him all sorts of damage, all sorts of time. Lost all this sort of 4.5, 5 second gap over Zuzims. So Zuzims taking the win. TNR Philo taking second place. Bit of a flash of the lights from him. Potomac Pot. Nice handbrake from Pav. Marty VR in 5th. So MRC Dangly Ball managing to keep that 6th place. GT Deliby 7th. MRC Buddy 8th. Diablo, great big handbrake from him into the wall as well. Thank you, Diablo. 9th position for him. Louis again. Ooh, 10th place into the wall. Chrissy Raz just coming around that last little kick then. So bringing home 11th position. As we just wait for MRC Bobby to cross the line. Nice great big handbrake from Bob as well. He's 360'd it. Well played. So we will have a 5 or 10 minute break just in between races while people have drinks, go toilet, etc. And then we jump into race 2. As I say, reverse grid race. The top 3 do hold extra weight for second race and start at the back of the pack. So all the work to do for the top 3 from this race. Just look for that. Does it say? What does it say? What does it say? Where's this success ballast thing? Come on. I thought it was all in here. I thought it was all in the instructions. Someone tell me how much success ballast. Don't make me text Potomac Pot on the group chat. Where does it say? Rage quitting. No rage quitting. All right. We don't like that. Car livery, you can do what you want, but you've got to have plenty of decals on. So yes, just talking about decals. Quick shout out to the sponsors. So Team Oliver Racing. Patrick and Ian, them boys. Martin and Stuart. Big shout out to them for sponsoring this season. Big shout out to Excite Energy Drinks. Let me get them right. Let me get them right. Come on. Thrustmaster, GT Amiga. What's the other one I forgot? David Appleby Engineering. Joyce Designs. Any more? That's all you're getting. But them lot. I'll put links in the description to all of those lot. So go check them out. Team Oliver Racing actually do truck racing. So because you're all here racing, go check them out. Go and watch a race. Go and go see them at one of the racetracks. Lugging that massive great truck round. Maniacs. I've still not found this thing. Success ballast. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Top 3 drivers will now receive a success ballast, which they must add to their car for the second race. Any driver failing to add the ballast will be disqualified from the race, obviously. The winner will receive an additional 5 clicks. I don't know what that works out to, people. 5 clicks of weight ratio. Second place, an additional 4 clicks on their weight ratio. And third place will receive an additional 3 clicks on their weight ratio. There will be no ballast carried into the Enduros. So they get some clicks. They might be Gran Turismo's very own kilos or something. Who knows? I think we all know what the clicks are. So let me just have a look at the chats. See who's saying what. See if we've been given a time frame for when race 2 starts. Into the race. Susan's saying smoke break. Yeah, which there usually is, so it should be about 5 or 10 minutes. Pot's just asking the top 3 drivers to rectify their weight. No actual. I would expect it's probably going to be 20 past, knowing Potter. Oh, Pav46, give me a shout out on the PlayStation chat there. Evening, Pav. How you doing? Can you not get in for race 2, Burnt Fry? That's what I did say. Obviously, you weren't listening. So Zuzims has just declared he's going for a smoke. So I hope you all, as I say, I hope you all like the new intro video. That's courtesy of MRC Bobby himself, who you see racing tonight. Unfortunately, you've seen him racing at the back. But yeah, he put that little video together. I might have to start the stream a little bit earlier now I've got all that sort of stuff running, because I know Bobby's videos, I forgot it was about a minute long. My intro's 20-ish seconds long, so it sort of breaks into the qualifying time a little bit. But they're only on outlaps. They're only on outlaps. It's all right. You don't need to see outlaps. And it'll all be deafening as they're leaving the pits. You don't want to hear that. Ah, okay. So me and my big mouth telling Burnt Fry he's not listening. That's because he's actually out. He's joined the lobby somewhere. There he is. There he is, somewhere like third. He's got number 3 next to him on the right-hand side there. He's joined the lobby. He's going to race in race 2. If he makes it through Chicane of Death this lap. Was right. Potter McPot just saying race 2 starting at 21:20. So you've got 5 minutes now of waffle chops. Yeah, I'll put a link in the description to all the sim racing groups as well, so if anyone fancies getting involved, you can do. Big shout out to all my new subscribers as well. Let me just go through a bit of a... Where are they gone now? A big shout out to Rice Racing, who subscribed a couple of hours ago. Shout out to Helena Sanger1. Is that Paul Larson? What is it? Paul Larson. It's could be either. Big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to Carl Hewitt, who subscribed yesterday. Thank you. Appreciated. Neil Cook, who subscribed 5 days ago. He knew he was going to subscribe. He knew it. I won't tell you how, but he knew it. It was amazing. He must have had a feeling. Just, yeah. So I've got a few drivers out on track. Getting ready for race 2. It is a 19-lap race for race 2. Fuel and tyre wear is set exactly the same, but they do start with less fuel. But fuel depletion is exactly the same. 19 laps, dangly balls. I've just said. So they're not allowed to actually enter the pits before lap 5 unless they incur damage. But if they incur damage, they're not actually allowed to pick up tyres or fuel before then. that's just the way it is. I nearly said tough somethings then. Restrained myself. Bobby being naughty in the PlayStation chat there. Someone's asked how many laps it is. He's told them 18, hoping they'll fuel up for 18 laps or something daft like that. I get it all wrong. Bobby, that's cheating. So evening all the viewers. I don't know who's viewing, who's not. Give me a shout. We've got a few minutes before this race starts. Say hello. Vote for your driver of the day in that race if you want. You know, then you've got race 2 to sort of change your mind and actually, yeah, not done bad. Forget my first vote. Delete that comment. Put this vote in. Actually got a lot of the drivers out on track. We have got who was top 3? So TNR Philo's out. Zuzim's out. No, Zuzim's gone for a smoke. And Potomac Pot's out. So I can imagine they're both out. As I say, they will be holding extra weight for this race. It will make the car feel a little bit different. Zuzim's also will be holding extra weight, but obviously not too concerned about the practice. Smoke break more important. A lot of drivers out on track giving it a razz. So we've now got an extra driver with this man here joining the room. So now 13 drivers on track for race 2. 19 laps, reverse grid. Oh, burnt fry. Enjoy the first chicane. Yeah, 13 drivers. Should be some good racing in this second race. Cars will be slightly lighter off the line, so a bit quicker. There's more points on the board for Philo and Zuzims and Potter though. They will extend those 1, 2 and 3 positions. Where did Pav come last time? Let me just pull that data up. Why? Come on. Oh, it's Bobby in 4th, so Bobby's going to lose that 4th position in this championship. As I say, it's only race 1 last week. That was at Bathurst. That is available on my channel if you fancy watching a bit of that. It was an hour-long enduro. Bathurst is quite a brutal track. So Potter was lying. We're at 21. That's the wrong picture. Yeah, Pav's going to have benefited with that 4th position. He was currently sitting 11th in this championship. That's going to help him out. Burnt Fry, he was sitting in 13th, now missing that race as well. That's more points. He's going to drop. back of the pack, so that's going to benefit him loads. Pot just changing all the settings. Let's see if he gets those right. 70 litres, yeah, and then yeah, reverse grid. Oh no, is it reverse grid? Yeah. Where's he going to put Burnt Fry? Does Burnt Fry automatically go at the front? As he realised Burnt Fry's joined the room. So different time of day as well. You can see it's slightly closer to dusk. So lights on Chrissy Raz's car. Make it slightly different conditions as well. So we're just waiting for everyone to enter the room. Come on, people, get on track. Get on track. So we're in race 2. Good luck, everyone. Let's see how this success balance plays out for the top 3. It does only affect the sprint race format. That's like this tonight with 2 races. There's no kind of carryover into the enduros for that. So Burnt Fry does start at the front of the pack then. So race 2, Trail Seaside, Chicane of Death to be careful of. We've seen 1 or 2 casualties of that already. You've got the lights on. Revs you can hear are up. They're away. It's not a great start from Louis or Chrissy Raz. MRC Buddy firing himself through that pack there in that Ford. He's thrown himself in 2nd place. Hopefully keep that into this first chicane. So they're almost 3 wide into there, or a little bit of bumper car in through there. Looks like everyone's managed to just keep it on track. All 13 drivers in a line. Good. Back up to the front then. Burnt Fry still leading the pack in the. Oh, he's driving the Lamborghini. Fair play to him. He's made a bit of a break over MRC Buddy, who's got himself up into that 2nd position off the line. Christian Raz going for a move around the outside of Diablo there, nearly driving off track but keeping the position nonetheless. So up into 3rd for Chrissy Raz, 4th for Diablo right on her tail. Oh, we've got chaos behind. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, that's Zuzim's in the wall. So I'm not sure what happened there. It didn't look like there was nobody else has kind of ploughed off into the wall, so I don't know if there was contact or not. That's unfortunate for Zuzim's. All the work to do now for him. Burnt Fry then still leading us around on this first lap. 1.3 second gap over 2nd place MRC Buddy. Chrissy Raz we've just seen make a move up into 3rd position. Pot, he's had a great start up into 4th. Not far off the rear end of Chrissy Raz either. MRC Bobby in 5th. He's started in 2nd position. He's in the pits already. Right. He's had a crash through the Chicane of Death. He's stuck the tyres on as well, Bob. I don't know whether you there's a few guys in the pits just getting the damage repaired. So we're going to have to just run through the pits, run through the grid order again. TNR Philo looking like he became a casualty of the Chicane of Death. Looks like there was a bit of a pile up through there. So Burnt Fry in 1st still. Chrissy Raz now 2nd. RC Buddy up into 3rd position. Pot 4th. Chrissy Raz having a bit of a stormer so far. Top 4 just making a bit of a break. GT Dilly B in 5th, chasing down Pot 1.7 seconds back. Pav in 6th position. Just about a second back off of GT Dilly B. Louis in 7th. Pressure from Dangly Balls going down the inside. It's Dangly Balls. Getting that position easily taken off of Louis 78 there. Heading to the Chicane of Death. Make it out cleanly. Yes. So Louis 8th, then Marty VR 9th, TNR Philo 10th, MRC Bobby in 11th. We've just seen him come in the pits. Diablo 12th. Susan, as we've seen him have all sorts of incidents into the wall. Diablo's got the Chicane of Death wrong. You can see him having all sorts of issues trying to get that car back in a straight line. He's holding front end damage, rear end damage. It's going to be steering left. Back end's probably pulling right. Who knows? Looking at the state of that. But that's a pit stop for him. And while we've been chatting, Chrissy Raz has chucked himself up into P1. 1:37.3, fastest lap of the race. Potter Pot in second place, 2 seconds back. MRC Buddy closing the gap on. He's been overtaken by Potter, but he's on his tail as they head down the hill. Adey Gee then 4th position. Quite close proximity, those 3 drivers. 46 not that far back either. There's a fair old fight going on behind MRC Dankly Ball in 6th. Gr3 then, so he looks like he's had an incident. He's holding P1, now in 7th position. And he's got damage as well, front, rear, and all on that right hand side there. So he's going to be losing time to the guys behind him now. Marty VR, Louis, etc. are going to close in on him and probably get past him. So he's had another moment into the exit of the Chicane of Death, so Marty VR's easily going to get past him. Louis closing in on him as well. Will Louis make a lunge into the last turn? No, he doesn't. TNR Philo closing in, back in on this pack. He's also been in the pits. RC Bobby struggling his last 2 races. Sitting in the back of the pack in both of them. Susan has got past Diablo through Diablo's chaotic exit of Chicane of Death. Susan fired himself off at, looked like he fired himself off at one of the chicanes, the big sweeper. So back up to the front then, Chrissy Raz. Still leading this race, putting in purple sectors as well is Chrissy, extending that gap over Potter and Pot, 3 seconds now that gap. Out on the racing softs, just over half a tank of fuel left. I think Potter and Pot has had to fend off GT Delhi. Oh, GT Delhi B's got past MRC Buddy now, so he's right on the rear end of Potter and Pot. Looking for GT Delhi B currently. Closing that gap on Potter and Pot down the hill into the braking zone. MRC Buddy just being dropped a little bit off that fight. 46 closing him in though. MRC Dankly Ball not that far back. Marty VR we've just seen get past up into 7th place. TNR Philo and then up into 8th. Twitchy in the BMW. He's out on the mediums trying to push those to the limit. 9th, then Gr3. He's had another mare in the Chicane of Death. Oh, Gr3. So losing positions again. He's all sorts of damage. His tyres are destroyed. He's going to be spitting bullets. Diablo in the pits getting that damage repaired. Chrissy Raz then still leading this one. On lap 5, extending that gap over Potter, 3.4 seconds now. Pot out on the medium tyres, Chrissy Raz out on the soft, so understandable she's able to extend that time. She's getting quicker, even though the tyres are wearing out. Extending that gap further, 3.7 seconds. Driving by Chrissy currently, extending that gap more, 4.1. Potter and Pot under all sorts of pressure from GT Delhi B now for 2nd position. drop fourth position pads. He's now 3 seconds back off this fight. Denny's just clipped the wall on the exit though, holding a bit of rear end damage. I don't know how much that's going to affect his race. It's not massive, just might mean he's loses a bit of his downforce or might feel a little unstable at high speed. He's coming in the pits anyway. He's going to get that repaired and tyres. Saw the Team Oliver logo smashed on GT Deli B's car then. It's on the front and rear. Work GT. Got the DAE logo as well, the XI energy drink, GT Amiga, Thrustmaster. Don't see a Joyce design. 10.5 Philo right behind GT Deli B after that pit stop. Sneaking past him around that first chicane. Gr3, 3.9 second gap then over Potter and Pot. Still holding that fastest lap as well, 1:37.3. As I say, Potter on the slower tyre though, he's out on the mediums. Holding quarter of a tank. I didn't see what fuel Gr3 was on. Still quarter of a tank also. Tyres looking a lot more than Potter and Potts currently. Let's close that gap a little bit. Maybe Gr3 just taking it slightly easy through the Chicane of Death due to the possible lack of grip on the BMW. TVR then up into third position, so he's not decided to stop yet. Pav 46, he has come in the pits. MRC Buddy as well follows him in. Maybe up into 6th then. GT Deli B 5th after that pit stop. It's 2.5 Philo. Also been in the pits. He's come out in 6th position, right on GT Deli B's tail. So these two were fighting it out before the pits. Fighting it out again, but it's a swap round of positions. GT Deli B now out in front. Pot and Pot, all the work to do to try and get past him. Fresh tyres, half a tank. Ford's not killed him just yet. So 2.5 Philo, 8th position. So for sure we just saw him come out right behind GT Deli B, and I think he's been back in the pits for some reason. Checking wrong tyres. No, he's maybe pressed the wrong button. Forgot to put tyres on. Who knows? Pav's back out on the mediums, 9th position for him currently. Susum's up into 10th, he's got Louis pretty close. Looks like he's at that position. Louis was going to lose that coming out of the chicane. Gr3 unfortunately not having the best of races, so he started on pole in this race, he's down in 12th currently. Full tank of gas though, he's out on the racing mediums, he's looking to run pretty damn long if he can keep it on track. So Diablo, he might just be sitting this one out actually. He's been in the pits for a fair old while. Gr3 then, coming to the end of this stint for her. Tyres are pretty much done, and she's about out of fuel as well. She's got a 24-second lead over current second place MRC Dangling Ball. pits a lap earlier. He's stuck in half a tank of fuel, so we'll see whether he will close the gap or possibly take the position off Gr3. She comes in the pits now. So Dan is a fair old way back, just coming through the exit of the Chicane of Death. So he's down the back straight for the final turn. Oh, so Scott. No chance of recovery because we can't change tyres and push too hard to catch up. Crashed again. Oh, it's a shame, Diablo. So there you go. That's why Diablo's not racing. Because he's a grumpy Australian. That's why he's crashed. Yeah. No worries, Diablo. That's racing sometimes. So MRC Dangly Ball, while I've been talking to Diablo, he has taken that P1 position. 1.8 seconds in front of Gr3, 1.9 seconds now. Gr3 is out on a fresh set of tyres. Full tank of fuel though, that's going to slow it down a little bit. Pot has managed to get himself past GT Delhi B. He's right on the rear end of Gr3 now, dragging GT Delhi B with him. So the battle for top spots hotting up again. MRC Buddy is in 5th position. He's got TNR Philo chasing him down. He's quickest Philo. See, he's closed the gap on him substantially just around those few turns. I don't know whether Philo might make a lunge here. A little bit too far back. Might go for a bit of a cutback on the exit. I think Ford's just got too much power off. Stick your foot down, maybe not so much going through corners, but it's got all the power in the world, that Ford. Oh, but he's got it wrong on the exit. Unfortunately, I think there's a little bit of contact between himself and MRC Buddy there, but Philo manages to get past him nonetheless. Up into 5th position for Philo then. 3 seconds back from GT Delhi B. So Pot going for a move on Gr3 for 2nd position, side by side as they head down to this first chicane. Pot has got the inside line. Gr3 relinquishing that one and allowing Pot to go through. He has slowed her down enough for GT Delhi B to start making a move as well. So he's managed to slip around the inside of that little kink. Down for this first hairpin. Looks like he's hunting down Pot more than anything else, does GT Delhi B. Gr3 is not been fully dropped at all, so don't expect her to be out of this fight. She'll be getting a good toe off these two along these long straights. See, right on the back end of GT Delhi B. She might make a move down the inside here. No, she's decided against it. Delhi B's going for a move on Pot. Oh, he was lucky there. Could have quite easily taken out Pot. He did a good job to not do that and keep himself in the race. He has lost that place back to Gr3 though, down to 4th again. Oh, but Gr3 has got it all wrong. That's exactly what I'm talking about, the Chicane of Death. Unfortunately, Gr3, you just saw exactly what happened there. Clipped the wall on the exit, which fires you across the track into the other wall. And that's all sorts of damage for Gr3 now. That will be a pit stop for her to repair that damage. So we are on lap 10 of 19. It'll be lap 11 any second. It is lap 11. Dangly Ball, 2.9 seconds down the road from Pot in 2nd. This man currently holding 4 clicks of weight. Someone can go and find out what that is if they want. Dangly Ball, who finished mid-pack last race. He's doing a decent job at the minute. Keeping that gap consistent between himself and Potter. His tyre's not looking too bad either. He'll have to pit earlier than Potter though. He's got less than a quarter of a tank. Potter is out on the softs as well, so he will close the gap on obviously Dangly Ball. GT Delhi B then. 3rd position under pressure from TNR Philo. Philo making a move down the inside into this hairpin. Easily done for Philo. He does drive on a pad, does TNR Philo, which is surprising for how quick he is. A lot of good drivers actually still drive on a pad. A little wall clip through there for Philo, but and again for GT Delhi B. It's not slowing it off down too much. So Zuzims, oh, we saw him get it all wrong. He's now up into 5th position. So he got it all wrong off the track. Started at the back of the pack anyway. He's holding extra weight due to the position he finished with the success ballast for the second race. So he's into 5th position currently. So how far back is he? 9.9. Fair old chunk back from GT Delhi B. A lot of work to do if he's going to get back into that fight. Already into lap 12. TVR in 6th then. He's got also MRC Buddy. He's had all sorts of incidents. He's holding front and rear end damage. Slowing him down. Gr3, we've just seen getting that chicane of death wrong. She's had to come in the pits, get that repaired, back out in 8th position. Fresh tyres as well, fresh tyres and enough fuel to go to the end. So we'll see where Gr3 ends up at the end of this race. MRC Bobby, he's been up and down the grid order. Started at the front, ended up somewhere near the back, and he's sort of 3/4 of the way towards mid-pack at the minute. 46, unfortunately down in 10th place currently, also just been in the pits, looking to go to the end of the race. Louis in 11th, similar position, plenty of fuel. Looks like he's coming a couple of laps early though, bit of wear on those tyres. Burnt Fry looks like he's decided to sit this one out as well as Diablo. Pot and Pot and Dangly Balls in the pits. We've got TNR Philo in the pits as well. Who's going to come out on top here? Dangly Ball did have a bit of a gap over Potter McPot. Someone's out already, Potter McPot. He's put in just over half a tank. So now GT Delhi B to take the lead currently. GT will have to pit. He's got less than 1/4 of a tank, so I don't think he's going to go to the end on that. Pot manages to jump MRC Dangly Ball in that pit window then. TNR Philo's not that far back with 6 laps to go. It could all come to a bit of a punch up at the end of this. Gr3 back up into 5th position already. So a few of the guys chucking themselves in the pits has allowed Gr3 to come through. Not that far back off of TNR Philo. 3.8 seconds. See if she can close the gap on Philo. See if Philo can close the gap on Dangly Ball. I think it's given that Potter McPot's probably going to take that place off of GT Delhi B. It's only 7.9 seconds, and GT Delhi's got to get himself in the pits and back out before Potter takes that position. May well equally that to lose that to Dangly Ball. Potter just clipping the wall though, slowing him down a little bit. Just coming around the last turn. Will he pit this lap? He's going to. So in the pits then for GT Delhi. Ultimate Pot already on the start finish straight. Dangly Ball followed him through, so looks like these two are going to get that position taken off GT Delhi. Far back's TNR Philo. He's just coming down the start finish straight now. Gr3 take that position. She's coming down there at full tilt. Closing in on GT Delhi, not quick, not enough to close the gap before that first chicane there. So still closing the gap on him. Zuzim's in 6th place. So not had a bad time, has Zuzims, but he's got Marty VR for company, not far back. Looking pretty dangerous as well as Marty VR. Bobby, so he's made up another position. Up into 8th position for them. MRC Bobby. MRC Buddy in 9th. Pav 46 10th. So again, a few gaps just opening up near the end of this race. Louis in 11th. And Burnt Fry and Diablo sitting this one out. As I've said, Potsdam Pot then up into 1st. MRC Dangly Balls closing him down pretty quick, 1.2 seconds that gap. I think it's time for a bit of that. Let's see if MRC Dangly Ball can make any headway on that P1 position. Excuse me while I have brown fizzy liquid. Other brown fizzy liquids are available. So less than a second between these two. Dangly Ball looking for maximum points this race. 0.7 of a second, visibly closer. To get a slightly better drive out of that turn. Let's go on board with Potter Pot looking back at Dangly Balls. So it looks like he's got all the power coming up the hill. 0.3 of a second between these two drivers now. Can Dangly Ball get the position made before the end of this turn? Goes for a lunge down the inside. Wrong button. He does do. Potter Pot's coming back at him though. Side by side as they go into the Chicane of Death. Who's going to win out through this one? Potter Pot just backing off a little bit, allowing Dangly Balls through. Again, both drivers clean through there. Saw Potter Pot lift, I believe, on the way in just to make sure. It's difficult when you're running so close, but he's going for a move back into the last turn. So takes that place back, but he's more than likely going to have that position taken off him due to the slipstream down this start-finish straight. There you go, MRC Dangly Ball straight back past him. Can Potter Pot run him? No, he doesn't. He decides to sit back again. So Dangly Ball in top point scoring position currently. He's got to fend off this man Potter Pot for the rest of the race. TNR Philo up into 3rd position. Again, another guy that started at the back of the pack due to his being reverse grid. So up into 3rd. TNR Philo. GT Delhi B having a good race, 4th position for him currently. He's lost that position to TNR Philo, but we saw that into that second hairpin, apologies. Chrissy Raz then back up into 5th, 3.2 seconds back from GT Delhi. 3.1 now. Susan has closed the gap on Chrissy Raz. Can he get a position back before the end of this race? He was about 5 seconds back. He's now 2.4. 2.3. MRC Bobby, another position made up for him. 7th position. He's got past Marty VR. Marty VR is making a move back on him down the inside into that hairpin and getting the position done. Nice and clean between those two drivers. Exits. Bobby just clipping the wall on the exit. I believe Marty VR did as well. But no serious damage. Unfortunately, Pav's holding rear end damage. Don't know whether that's affecting his race, but he's currently down in 9th position. MRC Buddy, that's Chicane of Death. So he's clipped the wall on the exit, thrown himself across the tracks, slowed him right down. That's going to give him all sorts of damage. You can see bottom left hand corner, he's got front end damage, rear end damage. He'll have to come in the pits for that one. Or will he just run it out? No, he's fired himself across the track. Just let Louis through. gaining a position up into 10th. Apologies, should have pressed that. So Dangly Ball still leading this race. He's managed to fend off Potter McPot for the last lap. Oh, he's clipped the wall though. It's going to slow him down. Potter McPot's only half a second back. So just about to start lap 18. See Dangly Ball came from mid-pack, fought his way through, played his strategy right currently, and sitting in P1. This lap and one more remaining. Can he hold off Potter McPot? Potter running himself a bit wide, he kept it on track. He's lost more time to Dangly Ball in front. TNR Philo in 3rd position. Adey Gee still holding 4th. Chrissy Raz just getting back past Zuzim's. So holding that 5th position currently. Again, got about a lap and a half to hold him off. As I say, quick driver is Zuzim's. I've seen him win a lot of races. And I see Bobby off track there. Don't know what happened. Don't know whether he got the chicane slightly wrong. It's just allowed Marty VR through into 7th though. Bobby 8th, Pav still in 9th. Yeah, big gaps for Pav. Similar for Louis. And Buddy, we just seen clip the wall, so he's right at the back of the pack now. After having to come into the pits. Dangly Ball still under pressure from Potter McPot. So they come around this last turn. Just about to start the final lap. Dangly Ball. Oh, Dangly Ball's going to come in for a fuel, is he? No, he's not. He's going for tyres. So promotes Potter McPot to P1. TNR Philo only 3.1 seconds back. He's got his work cut out. See if he wants to take that position off at Potter. Adey Gee then 4 seconds back from TNR Philo. Dangly Ball's back out the pits in 4th position, so he was just going for fresh rubber. Zuzim's back past Chrissy Raz. Cleanly as well through the first turn, so taking that 5th position, pushing Chrissy Raz, just keeping that car straight. And down into 6th. Still not too bad a race for Chrissy Raz. And Marty VR, as we've just seen, up into 7th position. MRC Bobby 8th. He's ghosting out. Looks like he might be typing away in the chat, possibly. Pav 46 in 9th, Louis in 10th, MRC Buddy 11th. We've got Burnt Fry and Diablo decided it's not for them this week. So that gap coming down between Potter and Philo, but I don't think it's coming down quick enough. So Zuzim's managed to extend from Chrissy Raz, so that battle pretty much over for this race. Let's just jump back up to the front of Potter McPot as he comes around the last turn. He's had a good race, he's come from the back, smashed his way through with the extra weight. Take this not comfortably, he's had to, as I say, he's had to work for it. Nice handbrake for him. First place for Potter McPot, again Philo, nice handbrake from him as well, also carrying extra weight. Adey Gee, a handbrake, thank you. 3rd place for him, Dangly Ball in 4th. Zuzim's 5th. He's also had a good race. Chrissy Raz 6th, another good race for her, even though she incurred all sorts of damage. Coming home in 6th is not too shabby at all. Marty VR, he's just coming down the start finish straight then. 7th place to Marty VR at the end of that one. MRC Bobby just heading down the back straight. Keep it on track, Bob. There you go, quick set of hazards for us lot. Will he throw a handbrake across the line? No. So 8th for Bobby. Pav coming home in 9th. Great big handbrake from Pav. Great. Tony in 10th. MRC Buddy in 11th. And as I say, Burnt Fry and Diablo sitting this one out at the end, just sustaining too much damage. So good race for all the drivers really, even the guys who didn't finish. It's a difficult track. You start causing chaos in those, getting to chaos in those chicane of death. In that chicane of death, yeah, that's it. Can be race over. So a good win for Potomac Pot there. He did start to come under pressure right at the end from TNR Philo, but managed to fend him off. Again, Zuzim sneaking his way through the pack as well. All three of those drivers holding the extra weight for race 2. Let me just do this and then come on, hurry up, do that, and then no, not that, do that. That's what I'm trying to do. Right, that's what I'm trying to do. So that was round 2 of the team versus team Gr3 event, hosted by Next Gen. We have got Next Gen Racing, Mature Racing Club, SimFX, and P1 Race Community, or 4 different sim racing groups in this one. We've got a 12-week season. This is round 2. I think next week is it Red Bull in the Rain? Ooh, naughty. So come back and check that out. That'll be an interesting race. So weather's quite a new feature for Gran Turismo, and it's starting to play out on a few of the tracks. Red Bull being one of them, and it's a tricky track. Let me tell you that. It's very similar to this one, but it's all the hairpins, but the sharp corners that are difficult. So yeah, I hope what you like what you've watched. Like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Go check out the sponsors below. So big shout out to Team Oliver Racing. So Stuart and Martin, thank you guys. Big shout out to XI Energy Drinks, Thrustmaster. Come on, come on. GT Amiga, Joyce Designs, David Appleby Engineering. Big shout out to all you guys. Links in description below to all that lot. Links in description below to all the sim racing groups as well. I'll put a link in description below to Adey Gee's channel as well, because he was streaming the Pro Am Lobby live as well. So yeah, go check him out, give him a like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. I know he'll appreciate it. Thank you, Chrissy Raz. Appreciate that. You shouldn't be listening though, you should be paying attention and driving. Alright, that's probably what was making you crash. Maybe not crash, but you know, just not get it right. So yeah, I hope you like what you're watching. Me, myself, I am back tomorrow night for P1. We've got the Renault Megane trophies for you guys. So that's the P1 boys. That starts at 9 o'clock. I'm back Friday night for my own races. That's the GTTCCs. So if you want to hear Unprofessional Dark Smoker, come check that out, because that will be Unprofessional Dark Smoker. And then Saturday off, back Sunday for P1 boys again. That's the Super Formula League they've got running. So that's the little F1 cars. Fiery little things they are. And then I'm back Monday for the 8:30 for Next Gen Minis. Can't remember where that's from, but that's 8:30. Come and check those out. They're a good little blast. And then same time next week for these. Come and check it out. As I say, I hope you like what you've watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.